Hello. So I wanted to do another unboxing because I just got one of the Final Fantasy figures that I've ordered in the mail. And this is, I guess it's the Alphinaud figurine from Bring Arts, which I was really excited to receive, especially since, let's see, I got it like a week ago, which is the beginning of April, maybe the end of March. Haven't opened it yet because, truth be told, I was busy having a baby. So now I can actually open it. So I've been excited to do so. But I ordered this Alphinaud figurine literally over a year ago, like a year and a month ago. And I still have other Final Fantasy figures that are supposed to ship and show up that I ordered at the same time. So they take a little while to get Bring Arts figures. At least, I don't know if we were pre-ordering or what, but it's here. Let's open it up, shall we? So here is the box it came in. And it says they're all from Henderson, Nevada. So that must be like where they warehouse these before they actually ship them out. Box 1 of 1 should be like 1 of 3 because I've ordered multiple, but that's okay. We'll take it. We're excited. Okay. There he is. Alphinaud. And it comes with an ordering paper that has been torn. Not sure how that happened, but okay. Hopefully the figurine is in better shape. All right, box. Here we go. It's just got this one piece of bubble wrap that my 2-year-old will love to play with. You want to play with those? Here you go. Say hi. Oh my gosh, he's so little. He's so little. Okay, that's okay. We'll see what he's like. So here's the box, right? Can you see? And there he is, up in the little corner, is little Alphinaud. How big is this? I have to find out. Okay, this box is 9 by 7, and the little window is 4.5 by 2.5. Oh my goodness, Alphinaud, you are little. And if I remember right, I think this was like $140. So it should be pretty quality, especially given this size. I knew he wouldn't be as big as some of the figurines behind me because I also have Clive and Sid from Final Fantasy XVI, and both of them are small. I don't know that they're this small, though, so let's see what we got here. Okay. So there's the pretty box. Oh, on the back, there's some fun art. Yeah. Cool poses you can do. Oh, that's like straight out of the trailer for Endwalker, I think.
Salivate! Are you all right? I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
And some Japanese that I don't understand. So hooray for that. And here's what we have. Ta-da. Little baby Alphinaud. So small. Okay, let's see what he looks like. I knew he was going to be small. I don't know why I'm so surprised. I guess maybe I thought he'd be a little bit larger than this, but it's okay. Okay, so the back are his stands. It looks like there's a lot of different intricate pieces for the stand, so you can really position him the way you want, which I will make my husband do because he is better at that than I am. And then this is just gonna fly everywhere. Is there tape on this? No. Okay, so we just have to be careful. I've already displaced some of the magic pieces there. And I should say, too, I love Alphinaud. I love Alphinaud, the character. Well, I love Alphinaud after Realm Reborn. He's kind of snooty in Realm Reborn, didn't really do it for me.
Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
But after they changed the voice actor studio, no offense to the previous voice actor, because his character also changed. When they changed to the new voice acting studio, which is an awesome studio. I don't remember the name of it, but I believe they did Final Fantasy XVI as well. And as a filmmaker, I really appreciate good acting performances. But once they changed studios, they also changed tons of the different characters' personalities. And Alphinaud was one that did go through a subtle, but definitely a change in personality. And his personality change was made so much better.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore.
He is a strength through humility kind of character, which is, I don't know, super endearing. I just think he's fantastic. Okay, so what do we got here? We got little Alphinaud, and he's got these plastic things. I'm always afraid I'm gonna like break them when I pull these things off, but he doesn't have nearly as many as Clive. Okay, that one wasn't so bad. Oh, I'm pulling his head off. Oh, his head can come off. No, it can't. Oh, whoa, weird. Okay, you have to see this. If I don't break him first. Please don't break. You cost too much money. So his head, like, you can't pull it off like you can some of the other Bring Arts figures. Bring Arts action figure, technically speaking. In fact, the name is, it just says Bring Arts action figure, Alphinaud. Not to be confused with Alphinaud, as those of us might read. So yeah, his character is awesome, but his head here, you can like pull it up. Oh, that's kind of weird looking. Come on, focus. Fine. It's getting really hot, so if we're gonna do this right, get rid of that. Okay. You guys, this camera gets a nice close-up of my post-pregnancy gut. You kind of see that, see? And then the detail here. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. He articulates, as all these action figures do. Right? Everything kind of moves. This doesn't have to be stuck up like that, obviously. We don't want it to look that weird. But his joints move, so we've got, you know, his elbow moves. His wrist even moves. That's pretty cool. So there is Alphinaud's face. Look at the eyes. Wow. They look so good. And again, you can kind of pull his head up. And I think that's so you can position it in multiple different poses. Because he really moves around quite a lot. Oh, that's awkward. Well, that's fun, I guess, if you want that. But everything feels great, the way it moves. And they've done a pretty good job at hiding the joint balls, right? I don't know if that's probably not what they're called, the joint balls, but that's what we're going to go with. So like you can see it in there. Some of my figurines have really distinct ones. So it's nice when they're hidden. This hands. Macro. Hands come off. And it's kind of disturbing. But that's so you can switch out the hands. And he looks really good. He feels really good. He's just really small. And then all of his fabric is like a bendable plastic. And it has little wrinkles in it. Yeah, but I love Alphinaud. Here are his boots. Pretty cool. All right, I can get down now. Now, as far as size goes, so Alphinaud, and I think they tell you this when you order it, and I just never pay attention. So without his little hair spike, it looks like he is 4.5-ish, maybe 5 inches tall. Just feels smaller because I'm used to all these other larger figurines. And it does look like it is Endwalker Alphinaud. And I always think of Alphinaud as either a summoner or even a white mage, but technically this Alphinaud looks like the sage class because it's got those flying things from Endwalker that I was always ninja in Final Fantasy XIV. By the way, I played Final Fantasy XIV for 2 solid years every single night, basically, which was tons of fun. And one of my favorite scenes of Alphinaud is actually when I think it's in Shadowbringers. And I guess spoiler if you haven't played Shadowbringers, but it's when he goes up against that really fat guy where he basically stands up for somebody.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so. Did that little worm just insult me?
I just love that. Alphinaud's the best. He's the best, you guys. He's awesome. Let me show you how he compares to other figurines I have. So I do actually have another Alphinaud, but it's not like your typical Alphinaud. Let's see. So here is my previous Alphinaud. It's very chibi, right? We'll just compare them. Right. So Alphinaud's always in some kind of navy, and that's how he compares. Right. If you're interested in how he looks as a chibi form, I don't know. So these are the other Bring Arts characters. This is why I thought Alphinaud would actually be a little bit bigger, because he is actually quite a bit smaller than even the Clive. So here's Alphinaud, right? And then here is Clive. So clearly both Bring Arts, both articulated, posable, but Alphinaud is smaller. Like he's significantly smaller, which makes me want to go back and check and see if I noticed that when I ordered this. And then same thing with Sid here, right? Yeah, so see how he is quite a bit smaller. But he does look really good, and if you're an Alphinaud fan, you can probably do some pretty cool poses with him, which we will try in just a moment. So the Clive figurine cost me $129, which I think with tax ended up being $144, and Alphinaud was just $5 less than that. So Alphinaud actually costs $125, $124.99 specifically from the Square Enix store. And I mean, hey, he looks great, but you got to remember, like, if you're going to spend $125, he is very little for $125. Let me go ahead and show you the evolution of sizes from past Final Fantasy figures so you can see exactly how small he is. So my largest figurine from Final Fantasy that I've collected is Kimahri from Final Fantasy X. And Kimahri is rather big, right? Here's Kimahri. Here's Alphinaud. It's like so little. And Kimahri was probably like $40 or something back in the day. Here's Sephiroth this is from Remake. He's got some like flowy hair there. So there's Sephiroth. And there is Alphinaud. So, as long as you know that's what you're buying and you're cool to buy it for $125, which will probably come out to more like $140 for you. If you're a big Alphinaud fan, I recommend it, but only if you can afford it. Because if you really divide this guy up, right? So $125. So fifth. So from the neck up, this is $25. And this is another $25 and $25. This is probably not really fair because it really does look awesome. They do such a good job with actually making these figures look great. And I'm not being paid to review these. I actually purchased them myself and just review them for fun. And you can see other review videos that are the exact same. I don't really know what they're going to be. I just know I like the characters and I'm a collector of Final Fantasy figures. And so I purchased them. But realistically, they are getting smaller, but more detailed. And I won't be surprised if the next figurines they make are the size of Carbuncle, which is really small. Here's Grahatia. And here's Alphinaud. So those ones are actually kind of close. And this Grahatia is not articulated. And he, I think, was $80. And I feel like the articulation is something that they're going to be doing more and more of because people have 3D printers and can print their own figurines. In fact, I'll show you an example of that. So for my birthday, my husband made me a really cool Vincent 3D print, and he hasn't refined it, and there's still some beads on it and stuff because this is basically one of his first prints ever. But look at how cool that is. So 3D prints you can do at home. This one is actually designed by Nom Nom Figures, so shout out to them. My husband didn't design this one, even though he is an artist and he plans to do that in the future. But I suspect that the reason that figures from Square Enix's store are typically articulated now and probably will be moving forward is because you can't really do an articulated figure on your own with a 3D printer at home. That's at least what we've realized. But again, it does look good. So good job, Bring Arts. You made something. Looks good, feels good. It'll be a nice addition to my collection. Now I got to find a place to put him. Although I'm going to need to get some kind of blocks or something to stand him on because he's so little. It'll just look so weird in a shelf by himself. Shall we see? So if he's on a shelf by himself, it's just so small. But he's cute. He's cute little Alphinaud. You're so cute, Alphinaud. What a nice guy you are. All right. And with that, let me call my husband in here and make him pose this guy so he looks way cooler. Yeah, you can see my girdle here. We had a 10-pound baby 2 weeks ago. So I still have to deflate a little bit. What can I say? Hello, husband.
Hi.
This looks really hard to pose. I'm not going to lie because there's all these little flying sage things. I don't even know how you're going to do it.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Well, good thing I'm
so bad.
amazing. Well, it's got to be that pose, right?
Which one? Oh yeah, the one from the
Where he's
Endwalker
shooting.
trailer.
Yeah.
I will probably just use this shot. Unless you want to duck down because you're
Hi.
taller than me.
Oh, this is cool. Look at the detail on the weapons. So the
Here are
hands.
the hands.
But look at these right here. And they've got little barbed things on the edge right there. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
You
right
see it,
there.
and then the white paint print with the black over it. This looks great with the clear. That's pretty fancy. That would be hard to do.
I showed them this, but like, look, compared to Klein.
Oh my gosh, they're the same though, right?
I know, they're both.
Is it because he's like a small elf? They keep making him smaller.
Yeah, and more expensive.
What is the deal, Square? Okay, I'll try to pose him. How does this attach to anything?
I don't know. There's multiple. Look, there's stands for him, but then it looks like there's stands for those things.
Oh my goodness.
I know. That's
This is
what I was
gonna
like,
be a process, y'all. I'm also trying to pose myself and imagine how Alphinaud would be standing. Alphinaud is this regal character. He's like nobility and he's like kind of graceful elf. Wow, there's so many. Is there like an instruction booklet? Yes, there is. Jolie didn't talk about this. What do we got here? Tells us.
This is the instruction sheet. Okay.
Oh. That's bad. Lost some pieces. Ah. Landed on the floor. They're clear. This is great content. This is complicated. You give me a hard task. If you see, these are like the beams that shoot out, or like type of ether that's like coming off the weapons as they fly around Alphinaud independently. So it's kind of got like this translucent like jet stream effect. And then they can go in here, go all around Alphinaud. Okay. Think they're so fragile. I do not want to break these. Very detailed. Okay. Only 3 more to go. Okay. I like his weapons. They're my favorite part of this. Do you know the name of the weapon?
Stabby things. No, I actually don't know. I'm just creeping behind you and I realize the camera is focusing on my face instead of...
Go away! Get out of here. We are focusing on this guy. Okay, so we got him with his spells. Yes. I will let you take him. Goodbye.
Whoa.